I was asked to reflect on what it means to bless others by helping others to become more like Jesus. As I was reflecting on this, especially in the context of discipleship, one thing became very clear to me. Blessing others is not about doing more. It's about seeing who they can become in Christ. I have had the privilege of working with my life group since 2006. 20 years is a long time. Outwardly, we are a life group of seniors. Some of us are in bodily pain and not in the best of health. Some have undergone cataract surgeries. One or two can't come to church because of family issues or non-Christian spouses. On the outward, we look weak, inactive in church activities, and even facing health, family, and other issues. As I have worked with my LG members for such a long time, I see something precious in them. Christ being formed in them, slowly but surely, quietly but faithfully. One, I see Christ-likeness in their compassion. There was a moment when a poor pastor in Sri Lanka fell ill and needed immediate hospitalization, but he had no money. Pastor Keith asked if my LG could help. Unknown to me, this pastor was going to host our elder Edward Kong and brother Chi Sing in their mission trip to Sri Lanka shortly after that. But because of the urgent need for hospitalization, one of our LG members immediately responded and gave generously. After he was discharged from hospital, this pastor was able to host the meetings and teaching sessions for our elder Edward Kong and Chi Sing. And thereby, my LG member indirectly assisted in this fruitful trip. That to me is the heart of Jesus, the Jesus who always moved towards the weak and the sick. The LG member's compassion is Christ being formed in her. I see Christ-likeness in our LG's intercession. Whenever Pastor Keith teaches overseas, he always asks my LG for support in prayer. As an LG, we have prayed for him, his team, and the trainees. Sometimes the trainees could not join because of travel restrictions and safety issues in their own countries, but they will participate by Zoom. And we have to pray for internet to work. And then Pastor Keith would send us pictures of those teaching sessions, faces of the trainees, and give us update on those teaching sessions. Many times we stood in a gap and covered them in prayer for the teaching sessions held in Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Vietnam, and Pakistan. In interceding for the teaching sessions and for the nations, it shows that my LG members' hearts are aligned with God's mission, not just for their own needs. Their prayers are Christ being formed in them. Thirdly, I see Christ-likeness in their generosity. Over the years, I watched their giving become more open-handed, more joyful, more kingdom-minded. This is not about money, but it's about trust. It's about surrender. Actually, most of them are not working, but several are always ready to hand out money for kingdom purpose. And as their LG leader, I often have to make sure that each request is needful and genuine. Their generosity is Christ being formed in them. I also see Christ-likeness in their willingness to carry the burdens of others. Whenever a need arises, sickness, missions, spiritual warfare, they respond in giving, in prayer, in visitations, in offering help wherever possible. Not reluctantly, but willingly. Not out of duty, but out of love. This is what discipleship looks like after many years. We carry the kingdom together. Their willingness is Christ being formed in them. Finally, I see Christ in their readiness to say yes to God. What touches me most is how quickly they respond when God prompts. They simply obey. This is the fruit of long-term formation. This is what happens when people walk with Jesus for many years. Their hearts become soft, their hands become open, and their lives become available. Their obedience is Christ being formed in them. And when I look at my LG, I see a community that reflects Jesus in compassion, in generosity, in intercession, in obedience, and in love. This is Christ-likeness. This is discipleship. This is blessing. And I'm most grateful to witness it. Thank you.